Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Primal Discourse. I'm your host, Jordan, and on my side, virtually at least, we have Leo and Spencer.
Yo, what's
I am
up?
indeed present. Welcome.
Yeah, I am also beside him, sitting beside him for sure. We're definitely now recording this on three different locations. This is your imagination, okay?
Ain't that the truth? Okay, I want to go right out the gate swinging. I want to say this. What do you guys think about Wendy's?
Wendy's.
Yes,
Are you
the
talking?
burger joint.
Oh, are you talking about just
Yeah.
the menu in general, or
Mm-hmm.
just the franchise alone?
The menu.
Oh, dude,
Wendy's is my go-to fast food restaurant. I get three junior bacon cheeseburgers
what
and a
the
medium fries, and I've gotten that like every time for like past 10, 15 years. So
what the hell, dude? How are you not getting a
no,
food coma from all that
no,
cholesterol? Holy
it's
shit!
not every day. It's
Oh.
like when I feel like having fast food. So like once a month or like when I feel like having fast food, that's where I go.
I
What I
always
really
just
enjoy is that this guy already knows what's up when he's talking about the burgers.
I don't know. I had a weird imagination where I thought Spencer starts his day waking up, driving straight to Wendy's to get three ginger beer.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Three burgers and fries, dude.
Holy shit!
You're just gonna inject it straight into me. No, no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
For the
right, so
people who
this
don't
is what
know, Spencer is like 400 pounds just eating Wendy's all the time.
Yeah, we can actually record this live because I'm in my hospital. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so I wanted to tell this well, it's not crazy, but at the same time it is. It's just hard to believe. I was getting Uber Eats the other day because it wasn't really anything special to eat at our house, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna get some Wendy's. It's been a while. I'm gonna get my classic. I'm gonna get the junior bacon cheeseburgers. I ended up getting two of them for myself, two of them for my brother because he was here today, and two of them for my dad because he was sleeping, but I figured he'd still want the burger. And you know what that came up to? Including a small fries.
Yeah.
Wait,
It
let me guess.
came,
Let me guess.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so six burgers and one small fries. You said or medium?
Small fries. I think you already know the price of the burgers, but I want you to take a guess. Actually,
I'm,
maybe it'd be more better if Leo took a guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, let me guess.
because I barely go to fast food, so I would love to believe that it only costs $20. No, no, no,
Too high.
no. Way too high. I feel like it's too high. Wait. Did you use a coupon?
No,
What the fuck? I
no
said
coupon.
$20 and it's still too high? What the fuck? How cheap is burger? Like is Wendy's? What?
You want me to tell you?
No. I'm gonna take a wild guess. I'm gonna take a wild guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
my final guess is gonna be okay. You said it's too high, and I said it was $10. I mean $20. My money's gonna be 15. That's it, max, because that's realistic.
It
Not
was about
even.
$15.
Oh, right on the. Oh, damn it! I thought you'd say
You went
right on the
right on
dot
the dot.
15.
You said 20 at first.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, again, I
Mm.
wouldn't know. I don't work there, nor I order Wendy's. But their burgers though are
Even
very
with Uber
heavy.
Eats, you moved to 15.
Wait, how does that make sense? How did you only pay $15? What?
Because
What'd
the
you do?
junior cheeseburger is 229.
Wait, was
What?
this junior or junior bacon?
The junior cheeseburger deluxe, that's the one I get. I
Um,
think they're the same price.
How? Wait,
that's
how big is
high.
this burger?
It's decently sized. It's like a junior McChicken size.
What the hell? For that
But
price?
it's got the cheese, the lettuce, the tomato. Yeah, it's only like two freaking 230,
What
man.
the heck? How is that possible? Why is it so cheap?
I don't know. They must have done like some crazy.
You know
I
what?
don't
Okay,
know what they're
I
putting in it
remember.
exactly.
I
Like,
remember back in the day before, like, I mean, obviously back in the day we're super young, but like when I was in high school, the junior bacon cheeseburger was on their 189 menu. $1.89 for the junior bacon cheeseburger.
What?
That those are the good days, man.
You know what I miss? Back in the day, you can get two junior chicken and a medium drink for $5. That is insane. Now you
junior
get
chicken.
Remember
Junior chickens. Wow.
Subway's $5 footlong commercial? Now it's $5 for 6 inches.
yeah,
Like it's actually $5 for 6 inches.
dude, did you guys saw that video where this guy actually went to Subway and he actually measured the the bread if it's actually like a foot long and it was not a foot long. People were outraged. What the hell?
How long
What
was
is
it
this?
actually then?
Why is this? Why is this a? Why did they call it a foot long if it's only 11 inches? What the hell?
They cut off an entire inch.
You
That's
got
like
up
one
another
extra
inch.
bite.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. It's like one full bite, and I'm like, I don't know if that's right, man. Come on, Burger King. I mean, Subway. What are you doing? There was another incident where, you know, the whole vegan burger, the whole Beyond Meat burger.
Yeah.
So there was a big outrage in India because they decided, hey, we're gonna release this Beyond Meat burger. It's like it tastes like a regular burger, but it's Beyond Meat burger. Well, now, so a bunch of like people in India decided to order. It's like, hey, this is not bad. It tastes awesome, and the Burger King employee just say, I don't know how to tell you guys this, but that we didn't have the Beyond Meat burger. Uh-oh.
Oh
Oh
no.
no. And they do not eat meat, dude. The Burger King closed the next day.
So were they advertising it as the vegan
Yeah,
burger?
it was the whole like, you know, when they released a Beyond Meat burger, so everybody's like on hype. I was like, oh my God, this is like the next best thing. And people were saying like, uh-oh, yeah, we kind of accidentally feed them actual burgers. Yeah, but I liked it. Someone found out. Oh no.
I wonder how many people that like transformed into meat lovers.
Can you
Uh,
imagine? They're like, are you telling me this is what I've been missing out on? What the fuck? Oh no. Would you guys ever be
Going back to,
would you guys ever
yeah,
become vegan if given the chance? If like
no.
let's say all the animals extinct, there's no more meat, and we're just the only thing you can eat now is just pure vegetables,
oh
nothing
yeah,
else.
given the worst possible situation, would you choose to eat veggies or freaking die?
Oh, bro,
That's a tough one, Leo.
I'll bite the bullet on that one. That's
Are
how
you
much I hate it.
kidding me?
That's how much I hate it. It's like, this is what I'm gonna do, okay? I'm gonna try and survive as much as I can on water, because that doesn't count as vegetables. This, and I just every time I took a sip of my bottle of water, I just think to myself, this is a steak. It just doesn't taste anything. It's just blended steak. Just gonna try and fool myself.
Watery steak.
Yeah,
That's
this
what
is
you're
just
gonna
a
go with.
this is just a steak water flavor. Just need a little bit of salt and pepper.
If they had like Beyond Meat that like actually tasted like, because I don't know, most of the time people are like, it just tastes like it's meat, but it's a little bit off. And then also, it's like not healthy because they're like
It's
putting a bunch of
processed.
chemicals together to
Mhm.
try to make it taste like meat. So, but if there was actually something that's like this tastes identical and is healthy for you, or like as healthy as meat, like I could, I mean, I feel like right now, if you gave that to me, I'd be like, I don't believe you. But if there was like
Oh.
10 years later and everyone's doing it and they're like, we've published studies and everyone's fine, then I'd be like, okay, maybe then I'll try, then I'll.
Nope. Yeah, I'm
Like,
good.
I'm
Actually,
not gonna
believe
be
it or not,
the
I
first.
think what was it? I think I saw an article that says that they recently successfully produced like lab made meat that actually tastes like meat. They produce meat in the lab.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dude, would you ever try something like that? It's not vegan,
Um,
but it's
I
like
mean, like,
lab. Like, what kind of meat is that?
is it not vegan if it's made in a lab?
I don't think
Like, is
so.
an animal actually dying for this meat to have been produced?
Okay, do you consider that vegan only because they didn't use like animal-based product, right? Maybe they use like, I don't know, a fat from a pig. Maybe they use that to produce this pig, and now it's like, oh, it's lab made, so it's not like you're not eating meat, you're just eating chemical based like products.
Mm.
mm.
Dude, what do you guys think is your prediction for the future based on like food wise, since we're sticking to food? What do you think is gonna happen
Mm.
like 10 years from now, maybe?
10 years from now, I think it'll
Yeah.
be exactly the same.
Yeah,
People will
I mean,
eat
like, not much is
garbage.
really there's not much to really consider, I think,
Do you think it's
because
gonna be
like
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just thinking about the state of fast food already. Like we already know that everything we eat is slop, right? I don't think that's a mystery.
I don't know, man. I do feel like the way I see like society and the way it moves forward, it just makes everything more easier and easier. Like for example, right now we have driving cars, self-driving cars. Would you even need a license to drive a self-driving car? Think about it.
Yeah,
Would
Think
that
eventually, probably not. But now you do, but eventually, hypothetically, maybe not.
Yeah, right. Like right now, people are thinking to avoid traffic, why not just dig under the road and use this sophisticated tunnel that is computerized that basically uh calculates every like controls every vehicle's movement so there's zero collision so it avoids traffic and it avoids accidents. Would you ever try something like that?
local man discovers train.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say local man discovers Subway.
Yeah, I was thinking.
It's on the ground and it
No.
moves they down themselves. Subway stuff.
That's not what I meant. Talking about like actual cars, not trains. I know I've heard of Subway before. I'm not stupid. Come on. Come
If
on,
it's a
guys.
if it's a car, then it's fundamentally different than a car. Then,
Wouldn't
like,
that
it's more like
sounds like a roller coaster, doesn't it?
a little bit, yeah.
Oh man. But food 10 years from now. What you know what I do think? I think the Simpsons were up to something. You know how they have that metal tube that just goes straight to your mouth? Either that or
Um,
what is that movie? Wall-E? You don't
Wally, yeah,
yeah,
that's the one I was thinking.
you don't even walk anymore. You
Oh,
I don't
just
I
think
was
it's
thinking
gonna.
of food wise where everything just comes in a cup.
you just all right, I feel like eating pizza. All right, where's my cup?
It's just in a cup.
Someone fill up my cup. I want pepperoni today.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Either that or like a steak. Oh yeah, I want my steak in a cup. But I don't know. It's such an interesting concept how far we've gone when it comes to food. Food has
You know what's the
definitely
worst thing, Leo? I work at a seniors residence and they
yeah.
have like one of the floors is dedicated to like people who are too old to take care of themselves basically. And I know there's one for sure, but there might be two people where they can't chew properly, so they have to have all of their food blended up.
Oh
Nothing
shit.
has looked so disgusting. I mean, it's like Brussels sprouts, carrots, and then like a baked potato with like a steak in it, and then they throw it in the blender, blend it all up, and
Oh
pour
my
it
god.
into a bowl
Jesus
for the person.
Christ.
Oh, so disgusting. And then you put some gravy in there too, and it's
Oh,
just
what
like
the heck?
brown, spongy mush. Oh God,
God,
it's
that sounds
nasty.
so gross.
Honestly, at that point, I wouldn't even take the steak and potato blend. I would just take like whatever health potion you're supposed to be taking if you want to be healthy anyway.
I just take the health
Drink a
potion.
protein shake. Just like a 90-year-old person drinking a protein shake.
Dude, when you said
Exactly.
health potion, it just reminds me of, oh, I didn't know I'm playing an RPG game. It's okay if I die here. I'm just gonna revive to the next checkpoint. Oh my God. But I do think that the again with the future thing, right? I feel like people are just gonna live like more and more. They're just gonna survive a whole lot more. Right now, the human expectancy is like what, 88, I think max.
Yeah, something like that. Average life expectancy
Yeah.
is 88.
And 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 here I am thinking, I still believe this. If they made a pill that says this pill will grant you immortality, would you take it? Oh, no questions asked in a heartbeat. It's like, oh my God,
Um,
aren't you gonna think about the your loved ones you're gonna left behind? I don't care. I can always
Are
make
we
some
bringing
more.
this back up?
What?
I was asking if we were really bringing this back up, but I actually forgot what I said last time. So
No, I
I
no.
was thinking of what was it? My mom was saying to me, so you know how average life expectancy is 88, but it's
Yeah.
only gone up in the past years, right? Like it's only gone up.
yeah.
Um, Especially with modern medicine like penicillin and like treating diseases and stuff. And so my mom was saying that like our generation is going to probably live to be 100 or over 100,
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure. That's
But
my goal at
oh,
least.
that's the thing. You say for sure, but like when I think about it, isn't our generation like they vape and they like I don't know. I feel like everybody has like every drug and they vape and they do crazy stupid shit and like we're all eating fast food garbage. Like
Okay.
because I remember like talking to my mom. I was like, "Mom, when you were growing up, like 30 or younger, how often would you go to a fast food place like with your parents?" And it would be like, well, they didn't really exist very often. And like, even when they did, it would be like Bob's local, like he gets the meat locally and then right? Now everything is like, oh, fast food, mass produced, made in a factory. Like our cheese is almost plastic, right? Like everything is like going terribly. So I'm like, I don't really think we will actually have an increased life expectancy. I think we'll
No,
just be pretty close, like just like 89 or 90. Like
Spencer, I
I don't
think
think we're gonna go
I
crazy
think
high.
I think the problem is you're clamping everybody to the people that are vaping, doing the drugs. Not everybody's like that, man,
No, but I'm
please.
saying on average. No, but I also mean like I mean Leo, like obesity is very high and um like I just feel like most people like eat out
Well, yeah.
decently often and the food that is at those restaurants is like and even food in the grocery store sometimes like the cheap stuff is like very mass produced, very chemically manufactured, and they didn't have that back in the day. Like of my grandparents, they weren't eating that stuff at a younger age. And you see kids like younger and younger getting childhood diabetes,
Well,
obesity.
I guess that makes sense. I back then I never understood the whole dude, back then I would bully people for like being lactose intolerant. I'm like, ha, people are so fucking weak they can't even drink milk. Oh my God, dude, karma hits like a bitch. God damn
Uh-huh.
it, now I'm lactose intolerant. I can't have milk. Joke's on them,
What
I'm still gonna drink it.
week?
Is it really that bad being lactose intolerant?
Oh, dude, you have no idea.
There's like levels. There's
Let me
levels.
let me explain to you how bad it gets, okay? Imagine I'm sleeping over at your place. Oh no, no, what am I saying? We all three of us live in the same place. You're right. I remember. We're sitting
Oh
right beside each
yeah.
other. Imagine you offered me breakfast and you didn't have anything, no eggs, no bacon. Come on, Jordan, be a better host. So you give me like, hey, you want cereal? Sure. It's like, hey, can I have some milk? All right, I can't have cereal without milk. Now, if I drink milk, depends on how high the lactose level are. if it's really high, if it's like pure, if it's like straight from a cow, goddamn, dude, I'm gonna be in the washroom like real fast. But most of the time it would hit me like 10, 20 minutes, just depending on how much lactose I get. So if let's say I just drink a milk out of, I like milk out of the carton, or I just eat cereal with milk, 20 minutes in, automatic my stomach is telling me you have to deposit right now. Right now. Run. Don't think. I will. This is not a choice. Okay? Go. That's how bad it is. But if it's like,
Damn.
let's say you gave me just a shot of milk, I'll still feel it, but it might take a while. Like, basically, if I drink a whole gallon of milk, oh, I will be in the toilet practically for 2 hours, most likely. My system is just telling me you need to get this out. What are you doing?
I feel like
Okay,
I'd be in
wait,
the
wait.
same position if I drank a gallon of milk.
Well, I could probably do it. I think I could do it. I'm white, so like I
Yeah.
can tank the.
You could tank the milk.
Yeah, because
Hey,
that makes a
Good
lot of
but
sense. Yeah.
you know this scenario, Jordan. But like like whenever you have to, so Leo, if you ever have to go in for like any surgery or stuff, what they do is
Yeah.
they make you drink this fluid that like clears out your intestines,
Ooh, I
right?
need one of those.
It makes you just have to shit super bad, and then you just like everything goes out. But imagine all three of us, we all get lined up, every one of
Okay.
us drinks that liquid, and then we have a competition
Oh
of
my God.
who can go the longest without shitting.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
Dude, that sounds like a nightmare. Oh my God, dude.
Just got who can
Oh,
hold it in the longest.
Jesus
What are you
Christ.
saying, bro?
Dude, that sounds so terrifying. You have no idea. It's just like all you just see are the boys just sweating buckets. It's like, come on, you just gotta let it go, man. Just gotta let it go. We're just taunting each other. Come on, come on, just do it. I know you wanna do it. It's like, oh God, I don't know, guys. It's slipping. Oh no. Oh, oh my God. You know what this reminds me of? Have you guys ever heard of the show Tosh Point oh?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I watched that so
So,
much as a kid.
dude, it's I love that. I love that. So there was this segment where it's like, this is the gay test. What we're gonna do is we have five guys, wear sweatpants, no underwear, and we need to give them all laxative. I mean, all Viagra. On top of that,
Mm.
they have to watch gay porn. Whoever gets a boner is gay. Dude, that's a challenge. Oh no. And at the end of the segment, Josh goes like, Tosh goes like, I don't know, I don't understand it. Like, all it just proves is just we're just all good friends. It's just all five guys took Viagra and just watching gay porn together. It's not gay. Oh my
I
God,
think I
dude.
watched that episode. Yeah, it's a
Dude,
good one.
one of my favorite segment is the, damn, that's one big ass baby. That's my favorite.
Is that the one where he had the baby mask on?
Yeah, yeah, and he's in the airplane. Oh my God, so funny. Holy shit. I gotta rewatch that again. That's one of those shows that I want to watch again. Tosh Point oh, it's just so funny, dude. It's just so funny.
I've been meaning to watch this show called Nathan for You. Have you heard of that one?
Oh yes, Nathan
Yeah,
Fillion.
that's the guy, yeah. Where
Oh,
He used to be on, what was it? Air was it Air Farce or The Sarah Has 22 Minutes?
I don't
He
know
was
where
this.
he used to be or whatever. But all I know is like he was
He's
I don't know if
Canadian.
he's still doing it too, but he is like he makes
what?
like pitches for stuff, I think. Ideas
No,
for
there he
businesses.
has a new one. He has a new one. It's not his name though. It's like fuck. I'm gonna have to look this up.
Uh-oh.
I know he has a new show that came out in like last year or something.
Dude,
Um,
speaking of shows, a spin-off, Family Guy, right? You know how they made a
Yeah.
show called The Cleveland Show? Oh, it sucked.
Oh
It sucked.
yeah. Didn't they get canceled?
Yeah, no, they canceled, and then the person who decided, yeah, I'm gonna leave the Family Guy to start my own show called the Cleveland Show. Yeah, they went back to Family Guy and they just made fun of him in that episode. That was so funny. It's like, oh, look who's back.
That's
Oh my god, dude.
Mm.
You know who I feel bad for? I feel bad for Joe.
Nathan Fielder. That's who it is.
Joe Swatson is just like the butt of the joke. I just feel so bad for him, dude. It's just, oh god. I think about it like this guy was like his story wise was like his background story was he was a hero, right? But at the same time, like ever since he became paraplegic, his wife doesn't love him, his friends just make fun of him, and it's just, oh god, dude. Oh, dude, would you rather lose both of your arms or would you rather lose both of your legs? I wouldn't say lose. I'll say, let's say paralyzed. There you go. So you still have them,
Oh,
but they're just paralyzed. Technically the same thing,
leg.
but
I don't know.
this is a fucking hard choice.
Also, it's not Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion's the actor in like Castle, so that's not him. Nathan Fielder is the actor we were thinking of. Nathan
Yeah,
Fielder.
yeah, it's Nathan
So we have
Fielder.
Nathan for you, and his recent one, it came out in 2022, and I think it's still ongoing, is called The Rehearsal. And it's basically I haven't seen it, but I heard people talking about it. It's basically like he gets people to do like stressful things, or like they have a stressful thing coming up, and he like gets them to prepare for it by like acting it out with real actors and like an entire stage set. And it's like really, really wild, crazy, weird stuff.
It's
Jesus.
crazy indeed.
But yeah, would you guys rather choose your no legs working nor arms working?
I
No
think
leg.
no leg. Yeah, no legs.
What? You guys rather be paraplegic?
What?
Yeah, I mean, like the world is basically set up such that if you are paraplegic, there's a little bit of leeway. Like you got ramps everywhere, you got like sign language.
Yeah. You skip the line because you're on a wheelchair. I know what that means.
Yeah. Plus
Exactly.
people are losing their legs all the time.
Oh my
Like Leo,
God, dude.
have you ever been to Canada's Wonderland and you're standing in line and then you look out the exit and you see a guy in a wheelchair roll up and they're like, "Oh, don't worry, you get to skip the line, guy in the wheelchair. You get to go in through the exit to skip to cut the line
Wait,
because he's
so
handicapped."
wait, so you're telling me if my arms are not working, I'm not allowed to ride the roller coaster?
No, you can ride the roller coaster. You just have to wait in line like everybody else, like a chump.
Dude, can you imagine that you're riding the roller coaster all the way down high speed and your arms are just flopping like those blow up the balloons you see in the dealership? Bro, you wanna like control your arm? It's just slapping me around. I can't. I can't feel anything.
You can break your arm. I'm pretty sure it would just be flapping.
Do you think they just duct tape them just to hold on, or they just tie it like a like a ribbon?
You have to
Oh
like
my
cross your arms and put the harness down.
God. Before they put down the safety bar, they have to have you cross-armed. Oh my God. Oh no. But I have you guys ever heard of the archer? That's like one of the best archers right now. He doesn't have arms, dude. The best archer.
Oh,
Best
yeah.
archer doesn't have
Winter
arms?
Olympics archer. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. He's very accurate. He uses his feet.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
Leo, there are video games. Sorry, there are videos of people playing video games with no hands, like with their feet.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen videos of it, and then I've also seen one where somebody had like a deformed hand from birth, where it's
Okay.
like they have like nubs for fingers, and they're able to play with a video game controller.
What was it? I recently heard that Joe Rogan's jiu-jitsu instructor
Mm.
developed his own technique, a grappling technique, where because his hand is deformed, he doesn't have
Oh,
thumbs. He does
yeah.
not have thumbs. What?
Mm.
How is that an advantage? Because when he was a kid, people were saying, "Oh no, his future is over," and he became like a world champion. What?
It's pretty
He
cool.
became a jiu-jitsu master. Dude, that is insane. I'm out
Oh,
here. Yeah.
yo, I know an amazing story about like judo. Basically, there was I can't remember. I don't remember the entire story. It was like an anecdote from when I was a kid. I was in scouts, and they told it at a campfire in a scouting event. I'm not sure if it's real. Like it could be real. It's better. It's more fun to think of it as real. But there was a kid who lost his left arm in an accident, and he was really depressed. And a coach, he had done sports a lot, and his coach came up to him one time and said, "Hey, I want you to try judo." And the kid was like, "Ah, but I only have one arm. Like, life sucks. Like, what am I gonna do in judo? I only have one arm." And he's like, "No, no, just try it." And so he went to judo practice, and the teacher said, "All right, we're gonna practice this one move." And that's all they did. They only practiced one move, kind of like almost like the Karate Kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just
Yeah.
practiced this one move, and then they went to a tournament, and he got the kid, and he said, "All right, now you're ready." And he said, "I've only done this one move." He said, "Yeah, yeah, but you're ready." And he goes into the event, and he goes up to his first opponent, and he does his move, and he completely gets the guy. Like he does it, and the
Oh,
guy
damn.
can't defend. And he was like, "Oh my god, how did I win that?" And then the coach goes up to him and says, "That is one of the strongest moves in judo, but the way that you defend from it, it has a major weakness, which is you grab your opponent's left arm." This
I'm so
and he
sorry.
Oh,
like, went on to win a bunch of events and stuff.
I'm so sorry. That's just so funny because, like, I can imagine this guy fighting this guy doing the one move. It's like, oh, this is an easy judge. Oh no. Oh no. I want to grab his left arm, but oh fuck, he doesn't have one. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh my god. He goes like, oh
man,
fuck, I am so screwed.
it's
Mhm.
good for the kid, but I'd be so pissed if I was the opponent
Yeah,
and I was playing
exactly.
against a spammer, just using the
Oh
same
my
move
god.
over and over again. Like, what is this? And
Yeah,
losing to
exactly.
it. That's so infuriating.
Oh my god, that is so annoying, dude. It's like, who the fuck put this guy in? He knows the secret. I can't fight this guy. And not
Yeah, but
only that,
they were also like kids, so
well, not only that, think about it this way, right? If you beat like a disabled person on a fight, that just looks bad, bro. No matter if you win, that just looks bad. You practically bullied the kid. Come on, man.
it's a lose. It's a
Yeah,
lose lose. Either you beat up a disabled kid or you lost to a disabled kid.
yeah. I don't know which one is worse. It's like you're either way you're gonna get bullied after that fight. That's what it
Yeah,
is, dude. If
there's just
if
no
if
winning after
if
that.
they told me like, all right, Leo, you have to fight this guy. He doesn't have a left arm. No, fuck that. No, I'm good. I'm
Oh my god.
resigning.
I have a crazy story from high school wrestling. It's like
I keep
the
forgetting
one
you took
time
wrestling.
it was so I did wrestling in high school for 1 year, and then the year after we had the teacher strike, and then the year after the teacher didn't
What
want
the
to do
fuck?
it. So
What
I
the fuck?
never we only got to do it for 1 year. It sucked. But in that 1 year there was a guy he was only part of the team for like half the year because of what happened to him. He was a very heavy kid.
Okay.
He was kind of strong, but he was very heavy. So he was in the heaviest weight class, because the heaviest weight class is kind of like I don't know what the weight is, but it's like a certain weight and up, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
certain weight and up. So if you're like, let's say it's like 250 and up, right? So if you're 250, you're in that weight class. If you're 350, you're in that weight class. If you're
Okay.
450, you're in that weight class, right?
Jeez.
Okay.
And apparently he went into uh, a match, and the guy he was facing was big, but he was jacked big.
Oh
Like
no.
he was huge. And They started the match. The guy grabbed him and flipped him upside down
Oh,
and slammed him on his head like a pile driver.
oh,
And this was high
fuck!
school. This is like WWE where you do crazy moves.
Shit!
This is like wrestling where you like push the guy onto the ground and like pin him and go, I win. Right? Like
Oh,
he and the way that he described one of my friends described it to me was he got off the bus after the event and he said like, where am I? And
oh
then they said like,
no!
oh, we just finished because he was like unconscious, and they woke him up, and he just like sat on the bench for the rest of the day. And then when the tournament was over, they brought him home. They brought him back on the bus, and then when he got off the bus, he's like, "Where am I?" And they're
Oh,
like, "You're back. We just got back from a wrestling event." And he's like, "What day is it?" And they're like, "Oh, it's this day." And he's like, "I don't remember anything that happened today."
oh,
Wow.
And he just was like, "Okay, I'm not doing wrestling ever again."
oh, dude! Oh no! Oh God, dude, that is
Yeah, that's
terrifying.
It's
But,
horrible.
but that is also a good way to run away from your responsibility.
oh my
You can use that as an advantage. It's like, what do you
jeez.
mean I'm late? Who are you? What do you mean I owe you money? I don't know you.
No,
Just
honestly,
get
yeah,
dropped
it was
on the
just like
head
that
and
whole
you're
that
good.
one day was like he was concussed for like the whole day probably. So
Oh my God, dude. I would still use that as my advantage. Oh, you're telling me I punching you is wrong. Oh, sorry, dude. I don't remember if that was right or wrong. I that's just I remember that's how I say hello to people. That is not an excuse. That is not, you're going straight to jail, sir. Oh my God. How about you, Jordan? Ever have one with stories like that?
I did have a story where I was in wrestling for like a long, not long,
Dude,
maybe
what the
like,
hell? Are
yeah, I
you
know, right? I'm like the last person you would expect to be in
No, no, no,
wrestling.
no. That's not what shocks me. What shocks me is the fact that why did everybody else take wrestling? I just do the whole in-home wrestling. The
You
whole
didn't
like
take wrestling?
bro, what? I used to belong in a third world country, man. The only field that
yeah,
we had was grass.
It's
I used to
honestly like
wrestle with
the
my
best
brother
field to do
all
it.
the time.
I
You wrestle
remember
like
what
no real wrestling, like Leo's wrestling, like play wrestling.
yeah, yeah. It's like Ric Flair. Woo! Those are my wrestling. I don't know what kind of wrestling you guys took.
Elbows drop.
Just
No, I
basically
just,
roughhousing.
yeah, I just did the stuff where you got like, they had an after school program. I think it was for high school I was in. And I had joined it because I wanted to be just a little bit more
Active.
competitive and trying to
Mm,
get stronger. You know, all the
yeah.
reasons that
Yeah.
people join wrestling.
Yeah, you want to be the cool kid.
Yeah. I think I stayed in it for about maybe a month or two. And I went to my
What
first
the hell?
tournament. I lost in the first round
Oh,
because like of course like I'm not that kind of guy.
yeah,
And
yeah,
at
yeah.
that point I said, you know what? You got me. This ain't for me. I'm done.
Ah,
And
dude.
then
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
next meet we had, I joined for like 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be my last one. Yeah.
Wait, what? That's it? You just gave up after you lost twice? Dude, like
Dude,
when
it freaking sucked.
no, no,
It,
I understand that because people are watching and your parents are like, "Oh my God, that's my
No,
boy." And it's like, "Oh,
Liam,
yeah, which one is your kid?" Yeah, the
you,
guy getting pinned in the ground.
Liam, you've been in. Have you been in like fist fights before? Like real fights before?
Me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude. It you know what it does to me. When I get into a fight, there's always there I only had one mentality. Do not ever go down. If you go down, it's over for you. That I
Yeah.
because when I was a kid, our like in our area, fist fight was just like the norm. It's like we don't argue, we just start throwing fists.
Okay.
It's
But imagine you
good.
get in a fight and you go down and you're like,
Mm.
I won't go down, but somebody makes you go down,
Oh,
right?
oh, okay.
That's what wrestling is. That's what wrestling is. Either you make them go down or they make you go down. That's it. And like
Mm.
just being defeated is like it feels the fucking worst because you're like trying it's like trying to lift up the heaviest rock in the world and you're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, come on.
Uh,
I can't lose." You lose.
I think
No.
I think for me it's more like I've lost a bunch of fights, like fist fights, and I also win a bunch of fist fights. For me, it's just like how can I get better the next time I get into a fight? It's one of those like, okay, last time I got into a fight, I got kicked in the face. Maybe avoid that first. Watch that feet. It's just like for me, what my mentality when I get into a fight, assume that this guy knows what he's doing and always
Right.
try to let him hit first. So when the cops come, you have an excuse of self-defense. That's it. That's
Uh
my mentality. But I tried my best not to get into fist fights. I think the last time I got into a fist fight was God, 7 years ago. And I've been trying really hard to just use my words because, I have to be responsible adult. And I don't feel like getting butt fucking jail. So, try to stay out of trouble, kids.
Also in my first wrestling tournament,
Mm.
right before I don't remember if it was my first match or my second match. I went to like it was my time's coming up. Oh, my match is after the match that's currently going on. I'm like getting ready to go on. And then the kid like breaks the guy's arm he's
Oh,
just screaming in pain. The kid like immediately gets up and then they're just like, "Oh my god." They call everyone over and then they're like the paramedics come, they get a stretcher for the kid, they put him on the stretcher, they get him up,
yeah.
they like clean the I don't know if there was blood on the mat, but they just like clean the mat off and then they're like, "All right, you're up." And I was like, "Oh my god."
What?
Jesus
Before
Christ.
you fight, you just saw someone's arm broke,
Yeah,
and you're like, "All right, Spencer, you're up." Like, let's see what that kid just did to the
but
other kid.
the one good thing though was that was my first tournament. I got a
Yeah.
bronze medal in that tournament
Nice.
because two things. So one, the tournament was
The
set up
kitty, right?
especially well because they said, "Hey, based on the number, we're not doing it based on age because like when you're in high school, you're like relatively similar. We're doing it it's always based off weight, obviously, but it's
Hmm.
based off experience,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
if you
that's fair.
have 1 year experience wrestling and this guy has 2 years experience wrestling, then
Yeah,
you
no,
don't
that's not
fight
fair.
each other. You
Yeah,
only
that's not fair.
face somebody with 1 year. So the first person I faced also had no experience, and I
Hmm.
beat him. I pinned him, and I was like,
Nice.
I was amazing. I'm so good. But
Uh,
the other thing that really helped me was I had a buy, so that means like there wasn't enough people to have everybody do a round one. So I just didn't have to do round one. I just automatically made it to round two.
nice.
Wow.
And then I
Dude,
beat someone, and that took me to the semifinals.
nice.
And the guy who I was facing, I talked with him before the match, and he was saying like, "Oh, actually, like I did wrestling last year, but I
Uh-oh.
got an injury like 75% of the way through the year, so I couldn't wrestle until the end of the year. But because I didn't do one full year, they don't count it as a full year.
That's bull.
But I basically have like a full year of experience,
Yeah.
and I had like been wrestling for like 2 months. So I was
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
oh
not
fuck,
fair. Yeah, you're just
yeah.
like,
And
uh-oh.
I was like, "Holy fuck." And then he beat me, and he went on to win. So I was like, oh, that's okay.
Oh.
But I lost to him in the semis, so then I
Yeah.
go to the bronze medal match, and then I won the bronze medal match, and I was like, let's
Nice.
go. I won two
Nice.
matches,
Dude,
and then that was the only that was the only tournament that was set up like that because then every single other tournament I would go to it and it would be like, yeah, I've been wrestling since I was like 7, and it's like, oh fuck, and I just instantly lose like every single match, and I was like,
oh,
well, at least I got a
that
bronze medal one time.
that's your wrestling career
Yeah.
over right there.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
Won two
just
matches, got a bronze medal, never won a match again.
yeah, yeah. There's always a feeling of catharsis when you lose to someone who's seated way higher than you.
Oh,
Like whenever I'm going to a Smash tournament and I'm like,
Mm.
oh man, this guy's freaking two, and I'm seated like 14th, and I lose to him. I'm like, okay, you know what? That's no problem. It's honestly a little bit like when you see a poker hand and you fold, but without even doing a bet, because
oh,
you're just like,
that's the
okay,
worst.
there's nothing in my hand. There's no way I can make any
And then
sort
the
of
card
turns here.
shows up. Oh,
And then
God,
the hand turns out to suck. So you're glad you got out what you could.
dude. How, well, like, have you guys ever gotten into like an actual fist fight aside from wrestling or no?
No, sir.
No, I mean like there was just one time where it wasn't really a fight at all.
Like an
But
altercation,
it's,
basically.
yeah, I think it was just like I remember I was in gym class during sixth grade, and I think I was
Hmm.
just angry at one guy. I think he was saying something to me. I don't even know what it was because I just instinctively swung at him. I like two swings, and then I
Oh.
started crying. Makes no freaking sense, man.
You
That's why
started
I'm
you,
always
you
saying
started
that kids
what?
are stupid. Swinging at him.
Yeah, dude,
Like
I think that was your instinct.
yeah, and I don't even know why. Like he wasn't even doing anything bad. I think he just said something that my kid self didn't agree with, and it
Yeah.
turns out that was enough to set me off.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, well, remind me not to argue with Jordan about about a topic he's very passionate about. I gotta watch those hands.
Damn. Oh my God, that just unlocked a memory in my brain.
Oh no.
You saying that like a kid made okay, so I was in elementary school
Yeah.
and I had the Nintendo DS. It was like
Ooh,
Very
relatively
nice.
new. I got it for my
nice.
birthday. This was like a couple months after I I was supposed to be like packing for like a scout camp.
Hmm.
I didn't pack and I was just playing my DS. And my parents got so mad at me. They're like, "All right, we're taking your DS away." And because like most of the time they like take it away, but then they'd like put it on their dresser, and I just go into their
Yep.
room and take it, and then I just go back and play it. So they had to like, so they would like try to hide it, but then I would just like they can't watch me when I get home from school because they're at work. So I would just like go into their room, look around, look under their bed, look in the baseboards, look in the ceiling boards,
Hmm.
and I was a little shit. And so my parents were like, "Okay, I'm gonna put it in the car so that you can't get to it
Oh,
because they would lock the car and they have the car keys." And I was like, "Oh fuck." And then I went away to the scout camp, or I think she just took it overnight. She just
hmm.
took it overnight, and then the next day I was like, okay, I packed for the camp. Can I have my game back? And she's like, okay, fine. And she
Nice.
went in and she's like, oh, it's not there.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what do you mean it's not there? She's like, well, I put it on the chair to the car last night, or like
Oh
not last
no.
night, like but like yesterday during the day, and now it's not there.
Oh.
And I was like, what? And I was like, but the car was locked. How could somebody have taken it? And she's like, oh, wait.
Oh,
Now that I think
Oh.
about it, I might not have locked the car.
Oh.
And I was like, wait, what?
Oh
You didn't lock
no.
the. I was like, oh my God. Okay, well, you can buy me a new one then. And they're like, and my parents were like, excuse me? And I was like, you took it away from me and put it in the car unlocked and it got stolen. You should buy me a new one. And they're like, no, you shouldn't have. If you didn't get in trouble, I wouldn't have had to take it away from you.
What?
And I was like, so you're not going to buy me a new one? They're like, no, we're not going to buy me a new one. I was like, oh my God. And I was at, and I was, so this is a part that you reminded me of. I was at school and I was talking to my friends and I was saying, like, I am like the most sad I've ever been in my life
Oh
because like
no.
my new toy that I've had for like 3 months or something that is expensive, right? It
Of
was like
course.
$100 or $200, and I was like in grade 5 or grade 4 probably. I don't remember what year this was,
Jeez.
but I just remember being like super sad and like I just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And one of my closest friends just started laughing at me,
Oh.
being like, "Oh my
No.
God, you're such a loser. You're so sad about losing the thing." And I literally just like got so mad and I just started crying my eyes out and I
Oh
ran
no,
away from
no.
them. Because I
Oh
was like,
no.
"Damn." Like I guess when I think about it in my brain, like I didn't think at the time, but I guess it felt like betrayal
Yeah, of
because
course.
it like I'm telling you, oh my god, I am super fucking sad right now, and he just started laughing in my face, and I just got extremely mad and ran away and cried.
I had a funnier version in my mind. When you were like talking about like, oh no, yeah, like my Game Boy is gone, and everybody's just like, oh, I'm so sorry. All right, guys, let's play our Game Boy now.
And then we
Everybody
start
just
playing.
pulled out their Game Boy, and you're just like, oh, okay. You just start crying and running. I'm so sorry. That's so fucked up.
Yeah, no, I can look back on it now and laugh, but
Uh,
You know
oh
what
my
you can
god.
do, Spencer? You can use my DS.
no,
It,
I got the fat one. I bought these later, but I bought a fat like the fat because I had DS Lite,
Yeah,
the black one. That's the one that got stolen. I bought at the end of I think it was at the end of high school or maybe at the end of middle school. I bought a fat one from my brother,
nice.
this friend, my brother's friend, and that one's really good because you could port Pokemon from the old games to the new
Oh,
games,
oh yeah, with the
and
cord, right?
then yeah. No. The fat one, it you put the old one in the bottom and the new one in the top, and it goes up.
God. Speaking of high
Ports it.
school.
Yeah, yeah, because you
Yeah.
is it the one where you use like the bottom part of the DS?
Yeah. So the bottom part of the DS can play Game Boy Advance games, and the top part
Yeah.
can play DS games.
Dude, speaking of high
Yeah.
school, this reminds me so much of like when I confronted a bully of mine. I didn't know how powerful it is to actually stop a bully. Because there's this one kid who was like he's shorter than me. He's like shoulder height, and he was just talking so much smack because I was new to the country. I didn't know how to speak English. It got to the point that I got so mad that I grabbed him by the collar. I actually thought when it's like no, there's no way that shit's real. Like people getting picked up by the collar. Dude, I fucking picked up someone by the collar because it was so light. I was a fat boy in
Oh,
high school, so I was like, oh fuck, I'm this strong? Why the fuck am I getting picked on by this small ass kid? What the hell? Dude, that guy got embarrassed in front of everybody. Like Jesus. After that, everybody kind of scared of me. He goes like, yeah, no, let's not mess up with a fat boy.
You were respected.
No, dude, but it's
yeah.
so empowering to just lift up someone off their feet and they're like, oh fuck. Where did I get all this? All those KFC finally kicking in. Oh my God. Yeah, a little bit background story. When I came to Canada, both my parents used to work for KFC, so we would have KFC breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What's for dessert? Ah, yeah, chicken tenders. I love it.
That's why you thought I ate Wendy's every single day, because that's what you used to have.
Oh my God. What do you mean? That's what you still have, right? Breakfast, lunch, and
And
dinner.
that's how
It's
you do a
Wendy's.
podcast. You tie the back to the front, and then boom,
There we
that's a wrap.
go.
It
There's
just
the
goes round in
callback and it
circle.
all wraps together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, people, for the people listening, we all live in one house. We're practically sitting down beside each other, right, Jordan? Just like you said at the
Yeah.
beginning. Yeah. Yeah.
And my mic cuts out. My dad starts calling me like, yes, dad,
Dude, speaking of parents, have your parents ever embarrassed you in front of like your friends?
Oh my
Oh,
God, Liam. You're bringing out one of my favorite stories. Oh my
I'll go
goodness.
first since I'm the one who
God,
started this.
my
So
story is
I'll make it quick because this is a quick story. I have a lot of stories like that. I have Asian parents.
mine's also pretty quick as well.
Yeah, I
But go
have
ahead,
Asian
go ahead.
parents. So this was our. So I told my parents like, Mom, one of my best friend is coming to just like just hang out, just have a sleepover, just play video games or whatever. It's a weekend, come on, right? And it was snowing the next day. Like literally, we were just talking about like just random games, whatever, school and stuff like that. And my mom, I should not exaggeration. Didn't she didn't kick the door, but it was like really loud. As like, didn't I tell you to shovel the snow? I'm like, wait, what the fuck? It's snowing outside? I was not informed. She was like, get up, grab a shovel. I want you to shovel snow right now. And she had like, dude, oh my god, she had like a belt and in hand like I was like a
Wow.
kid. Like, bro, at this time I was 13. It's like I'm not a fucking kid. I'm like a teenager. Come on, why you gotta do this in front of my and and my friend just looking at me like, oh, dude, you're just gonna let your parents talk to you like that? And I'm like, wait, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? You guys don't get time out? What? What time out? I'm like, uh-oh. It's like you want me to talk to your parents? No, no, do not talk to my parents. Do not do that. I'm gonna get more trouble. It's like, no, 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 that's not right. Like, we can call the cops on her. Like, what? No, you gotta call cops on my mom? No, I'm good. Just like I was like, listen, listen, this is what you do, okay? Shut up, stay in the room. I'm gonna go shovel the snow before I get it from my mom. It's like, listen, if she ever grabs a hold on you, just let me know, okay? Like, my parents know a bunch of police officers. We can get your mom to prison. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's my mom. I was more
Dude.
scared that my friend was at home. Ever since then, I'm not friends with this guy anymore, by the way.
God.
That stuff is so crazy. Like, oh yeah, yeah. If your mom has a slight disagreement with you, we
Yeah,
can
call the cops.
send her to prison. What a freaking Reddit ass
Yeah.
thing.
Dude,
Oh
I've never been more scared and embarrassed at the same time. Because one, I was
That is
embarrassed that my mom did that in front of my friend, but I was scared because my friend was trying to get me more in trouble. You know what my
Bill
mom told
Cosby
me
sketch.
after a few years? After a few years, my mom told me, that friend of yours that came in one time, I don't like him. There's something about him that I don't like. I'm like, yeah, me too. But yeah, that
can't
was my
imagine.
story. That was my story.
Yeah. That's a Bill Cosby sketch where the son talks back to the dad, and the dad's like, "Oh, you want to call Child Protective Services? All right, here's the. You want to call the police? All right, here's the phone. Here, look, 911. All you got to do is press the other one." And he does, and he's like, "Wait, you're not scared, Dad?" He's like, "Well, all I know is that when you call the police, they gotta take 15, 30 minutes to get here, and naturally,
Oh,
I'm not sure what they're gonna find when they get here." He's like,
Oh no.
"Okay, Dad, maybe I'll just do the chores."
Holy shit, dude. Can
Yeah,
you imagine? Oh my god. I know I heard that sketch before, but I didn't know it was from Bill Cosby. That's fun.
yeah,
That's good.
it's good. Oh, okay. My story of
Yeah.
parents embarrassing me. So it was after a hockey match or a hockey game. I think I was it was either I think it was middle school. I think it was middle school. But so there was a guy on my team who was I think it was either his first or second year playing hockey, but I had known him in scouts for a while. I had known him for a long time. And his dad was also a coach on the team, and my dad was a coach on the team as well. And after the match, my dad and his dad are talking, and me and him are talking. We're probably talking about like scouts or video games or whatever or school. And then our dads are talking, and all of a sudden, uh, I start like, or I'm talking to my dad because we're like, oh, I guess we should probably get going, Dad. And then my dad looks at me and goes, Spencer, did you brush your teeth today?
Oh
And
no.
oh,
when I
oh.
was younger, I had a bad habit of not brushing my teeth,
Yeah.
uh, just because I was lazy,
Yeah.
honestly. And my parents would like nag on me for it because
Oh
you should
no.
brush your teeth. But all he just like right in front of my friend and his dad, he goes, "Did you brush your teeth today, Spencer?"
Oh.
And I was like, I got so embarrassed, but immediately after he said that, I just said, "Hey, Dad, how's your diet been?" Because
Wow.
very, my dad is pretty overweight,
Oh
and he every once in a while he'll like go on a diet, and he'll like, oh, he goes on Weight Watchers, and then like a couple months later he's like, it's not working, like their
Oh
routine doesn't
no.
work, and he just not, and so I'll just like, so how's your diet going along, Dad? And then he just the, all I remember is my friend's dad just like laughed, and then
Oh my
we just
God.
separated, and then we went home, and me and my dad just didn't talk.
Like father, like son. Oh my
No,
God.
but my dad is one of those people that is like, whenever something happens, he's like, "Oh, if you can't deal, like you shouldn't be dishing it out if you can't take it." Like he's one of those people that like, and so I'm like, if you can't take it, don't dish it out, Dad. Like honestly,
Oh my God, dude. Savage. All
yeah.
right. All right, let's hear yours, Jordan.
Uh, Parents embarrassing me. That doesn't really, I don't think it's happened enough times for me to really
What?
mention it. Because
Oh,
there
dude.
hasn't really been a stick out time like that.
Dude, your parents are saints then. I have a bunch of
No.
stories. I could give you one just
Oh,
just going grocery shopping. My mom is one of those people that if she has coupons, she does not give a fuck whoever's behind us. You guys fucking wait your turn. I have a bunch of coupons I want to use. This one is expired, but guess what? I can call the manager.
oh yeah.
No. Dude, that's the worst. And I'm just like, everybody is just looking at me like I was like, people, why are you guys looking at me like I'm the one using the fucking coupon? I'm just here with my mom. I
Yeah,
thought,
my mom would do that too, though, Leo. Like that's like a mother's thing where it's just like, oh yeah, I can save $5. I'm gonna do it, and it's like, yeah,
yeah,
but mom, the coupon's expired. It's like, no, but if I make a stink, they will accept it.
yeah,
And I'm like,
Oh.
what's
yeah.
wrong with
Oh my God, dude. Dude, I thought in my mind when I was new to the country, when my mom was keep using coupons and coupons, now I started to understand why people look so mad at me all the time. And I thought to myself, if I'm about to fight people because of my mom, I'm gonna have to fight people for a damn coupon. Dude, it's
I
just
have,
so embarrassing as a kid. Like, I understand that my mom is like, oh, I'm doing this for my family,
yeah,
saving as much money as I can. But you being a kid, it's like, please, if you're gonna do this for the family, do it when I'm not around. I don't want to be here. I don't want to
I
be
have
here.
another story from when I was so this was like I was really young. I was probably like 3 or 4 or something,
Oh.
because we were at a cocktail party. Like it was my parents were at their friends for a party, and I was just like there wandering around, and I heard, I think it was my dad, yeah, my dad telling a story just of like me running around at home. And then I was like, and all I remember in the story was like, oh yeah, like, and then he like came out of his room and he was naked, and I just immediately got so embarrassed, and I just ran upstairs, even though it wasn't even my house. I just ran upstairs into the random person's house, went into a random room. Oh, I went into the room with all the coats, and I just like went on the bed and started crying. But I was like 4. So I was like,
God.
I was like, my dad came up, and I was like, I was so embarrassed. You said I
Oh
was
my
naked.
God.
And he's like, it's sorry. Like I was just telling you what happened. And I was like, yeah, but then you don't know that I was naked. And it was like,
Oh my
okay, you kids
God.
do that. This is
What?
really funny looking back on it.
Jesus Christ, dude. This reminds me of like when my grandmother has guests and she goes like, "Oh, would you like to see my grandkids like baby photos?" I'm like, "Uh-oh." It's always
Ooh.
the most embarrassing for I shit you not. You will never find a single baby photo of me because I have burnt it all. I have burnt it
Uh,
all because my grandmother tells everyone she met everyone she met about, oh, when he was a kid, he used to play in dirt all the time. It's like, Grandma, I know I did that, but no, that's nobody's business. Like, come on, come on.
Bro
She
used to
goes,
play.
dude, dude, my grandmother would tell people like, oh yeah, one of my grandson would run around with no pants on, and I'm like, well, damn, I'm 3. What do you want me to do? Like, what the fuck? Like, how are you making it sound like I do it on a daily basis? I'm
My
10.
cousins,
Like, come on.
God, my cousins used to.
You what? You went from 3 to 10?
No, like, no, I was 10 and she's still telling the same damn story. That's how I know.
Oh, okay. I was confused. I'm like, you're
Oh my
really
god, dude.
chilling in your underwear at 10 years old?
No,
It's
but
like a 10.
like
He's
speaking
just
of
running around with
like,
no pants on a 10.
I had okay, I had cousins from Vancouver who like came to stay over at our house, and they were, I want to say they were like 6, or maybe like 6 and 4 or something. I think that sounds about right. And they would run around our house completely naked, and they're
What the
girls.
fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, maybe I
Yeah.
shouldn't laugh. Maybe I shouldn't laugh.
And so like they're like, I know she graduated high school last year. So you graduated like 18, so she's like 9 years younger than me. So if
Hmm.
she was 6, I was like 15. And there's like a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old running around the house naked.
What the fuck?
Uh,
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So now every time you see her, when you were sick, you run around naked. You know that, right?
No,
You
no,
just
we
remind them.
didn't.
You better shut up or I'll tell
I
everybody you know that.
didn't remember because they don't like talking to us. Like they're scared of us.
Dude, like, have you guys ever had that? Like, when you were a teenager, hanging out with your friends, going to the mall, that kind of stuff, all the adults look at you guys like you guys are a bunch of trouble. Like, oh, God, those kids are so annoying. Now I became
mhm.
an adult. I became those adult that looks at teenagers. It's like, oh my God, those teenagers are trouble. They're so noisy. They're so rowdy. It's like, oh my God, now I completely understand what they mean.
Oh no, because when I was a teenager, I didn't get looks like that because I didn't do stupid shit. Like,
No, you are exactly right, Spencer. I feel like I'm the exact same way,
What the
but
fuck?
I'm also like I'm almost like a parent and a teenager in this. Because I'll be with the anime club chilling with them, and like they'll be making a whole bunch of noise, causing a huge disturbance. And at the same time, if I see a group of teenagers walking down the street doing the exact same thing, I'm like, man, these guys are so annoying. It
Wow.
really makes you think like, wow, you think it's only the teenagers that are being irresponsible and stuff like that, but it's really anyone if you think about it.
Dude, this
okay,
gave
but like
me.
I don't know. If I see teenagers and they're making a bunch of noise, I'm like, I don't care. They're having fun, right? If they're like terrorize, like if they're like, oh, yo, go ask for a water cup, and then they go back and they're like putting it to the drink thing, and they're like, haha, we're cheating the system. I'm like, God, what a bunch of fucking others who are stupid, right? But that's because they're
Yeah.
doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, right? But if they're just like having fun and like talking to each other, I'm like, oh, those are what a bunch of cool kids.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
that's fair.
Wait,
Like if they're just talking, if they're just living, then it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
man. There's so much more I want to talk about, but I feel like we're running low on time. But I'm sorry to cut everybody short, but uh, what I was thinking was let's just call it. We have another recording for next week and stuff like that. So you know, again,
Hmm.
we'll have another round of this because I do enjoy this conversation and I wish we could stop, but and all that kind of stuff. So, any you guys have any final words you guys want to say? I know I'm the villain this
Um,
round.
no, no, no. It's completely acceptable. The One
That's
Piece
fine.
is real. You should watch One Piece. It's very good. It's very long. If you just watch the Netflix one, it'll get you hooked. And then, so that's my anime recommendation of the week is One Piece. It's
All
very
right, we
good.
keep doing that.
Yeah, we gotta keep doing that. One Piece.
Uh, how about you, Jordan? Or would you like to go
Yes, I have a piece of.
last? Because
Okay, yeah, I'll go last.
all right, for me is one of the quote that I read was I was convinced by your words, but you changed me with your actions. That's the quote.
Okay, nice quote, nice quote. All right, here's my advice for everyone. I need it. It's the beginning of March. Today is, well, I guess it's March 2nd right now. It's March 3rd. Wow.
Dating our
So,
podcast.
Hey, stop it! They don't have to know.
no, I always date my own videos. But
Damn it.
anyways, anyone listening to this, here's what I need you to do. I need you to lock in. I'm dead. You gotta take a week or a month to just have time to yourself, figure out what you're doing for your future, or even like get that project done, get that work done that you've been putting off. You gotta lock in. And I'm gonna be the one to tell you that. And if you need a reminder, I'm gonna tell you next week too. And after next week, I don't know. I'm sure you'll have gotten the point by then.
Yeah. All right. Final remarks. Close us off, Jordan.
Yes. So lock in. And thank you for listening to this episode of Primal Discourse. I've been your host, Jordan, with the co-hosts Spencer and Leo,
Bye
and
bye.
we will see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.